Hi everybody, it's me, Jessica lwhor, and I'm really excited because this is the first Jess Talk, which is your 2022 year in review. Before we get into the episode though, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. We're kicking it off strong, and hit the little bell for all notifications so you don't miss out on all the lwhor content in 2023. Alright, let's get into this video. Attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention. Here I am walking down the street, seeing all the boys trying to take a peek. Shorts pulled up, a chest out right. Come on boys, just take a bite. Look but don't touch, spin it round and round. Okay, 2022 in review. That's a lot of time. I feel like it goes by so fast every single time that we come to the end of the year. Like, wow, where did the year go? And that's exactly how I feel in this moment. So if I look back to a year, like end of December of 2021 into 2022, where was I at? I just signed a lease on this house, so I've officially been in this house for 1 year, one solid year. I've managed to upkeep to the best of my ability and create a home, which I've never done in my life. I've never lived on my own. This was a really big step for me. I manifested this downstairs drag lab to make work and life easier. I really took 2022 to focus on what I wanted and what was going to make me happiest, and try not to bend what I was doing to appease other people, but to find ways to like integrate myself into lives and into my self-happiness. So I did a lot with my teeth. I got my teeth done. I got my lips done. I got my hair did every month. I did my nails until I broke this nail. That was fun in 2022. I ripped off a fingernail, which I will never do acrylics again, but we're gonna grow these nasty bitches out. I tell you what, I focused on my mind, body, and soul. I talked about manifesting, mindfulness, and motivation, which I'm bringing into the new year. In every possible sense, I tried to focus on those three things. I found so much independence and so much self-confidence. I overcame a lot of mental health struggles like anybody else did, with family, with body image, with suicide. Like, I feel like so much, and I say these things so casually because it's so easy to talk about them now, but 2022, when I think about it, has been a packed year. I did the numbers. I did over 509 events this year. That's not even producing. So that is completely separate than all of the events I did behind the scenes, all the events I produced, anything that I emceed, appeared at, performed at, hosted, fundraised for. Over 509 events. That's something I'm beyond proud of. I got to go to Vegas and host a swingers party in 2022. I had more fun in 2022. Would I have loved to have even more fun and be a little bit more spontaneous? Absolutely. I met with my mother for the first time in over 2.5 years. Didn't go well, but I still did it. Flew out to Chicago for my godson's first birthday, my nephew's first birthday, and it was the first time me and my sisters, all of us, were together for more than 24 hours. That was a big highlight. Yeah, I just feel like I tried to say yes more, and I still didn't say yes is not enough this year. 2022 was a very, it seems like a very clear blur. Such a stupid reference, but it was a great year. It was a good year. It's probably my most successful year, probably my most motivated year, my most confident year. Yeah.
What was the most important lesson you learned this year?
I would say the most important lesson that I learned this year is that, I learned this a while ago, but more this year, when things boil down to it, they really don't matter. People are literally dying. People are getting hurt. People are going through their own shit. And ultimately, things don't matter as much as you think that they should or that they do. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about anything, but when things boil down, life is way, like it's so cliche, life is way too short. People are dying literally I've never seen so much death of my friend groups, of people in our community, of just people I knew in reference or scrolling on a timeline, or friends of mine struggling with deaths they're going through, than I feel like in 2022. And I think that's a scary thing. I was warned when I was younger from older people. They're like, the older you get, people, that happens.
Yeah.
People as young as 16 to in their 50s, and for no reason. And it brought me to really think about even social media. Like, I have all this content for the last 2 years, and Why am I not posting in the now? Why am I not just living in the now instead of focusing so much on what to prepare for the future when we don't know what that looks like? So, living in the moment. I learned those.
If you could go back and change anything, if there is something, what would you change?
Oh man, if I could change anything that happened in 2022, and I don't think I would. I'm not one of those people to live in a way that wishes something happened differently. Everything happens
Like
for a
living in the
reason.
past, kind of?
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. I would go back in something I'm hoping for the future. I want to spend time with more people and make a larger effort. I made a huge effort, whether people saw it or not this year, but I want to make a larger effort to be present and accountable at events and time with friends and with people. I realized a lot this year that I wasn't a bad friend, but I wasn't the friend that I would want to be in return in the same ways.
Yeah.
And so I would go back and attend more family functions or chosen family functions or say yes to that outing or go get a lunch and actually follow up. And
Instead of saying just like, oh, we
should get together, like when. And I did really well, but I would like to improve on it.
Looking back at the year, what do you think is your peak and your pit of the year?
Oh shit. My pit is easier. My pit was in December. The last 2 weeks of November, the first 2.5 weeks of December were probably the lowest I felt in the year. To the point where it was really dark, it was really lonely, it seemed impossible to crawl out of, it felt hopeless. It was probably, every year I go through a phase, but 2022, that was harder than it was. I think part of it was being alone in my own house. I think part of it was, unfortunately, I'm in an industry where you put on a happy face, you literally draw on a happy face, you speak happy to people, and ultimately you're creating an enjoyable experience for other people, even inside when you are so self-destructive and self-hating. Like, nobody knows that's going on. And so it's hard to be on it when you're not really on it in the back of your head. And then I would say, like, the peak, I would say I had several peaks. Meow Wolf was a huge peak. It restarted a lot of creative juices I was missing. I would say a peak would be extending my drag family. I would say a peak would be Pride. The month of June was just epic to me. I would say a peak for me it wasn't even a career thing. Just the peak of regularly taking care of myself was a huge peak. I peaked, but I'm not over the peak. The peak is just like the baby step because we're getting it going. I'm ready.
What was the best compliment that you received this year?
I get messages all the time from different fans or people that attend my shows. Getting a message telling me that somebody made a choice to come to my show or to take their life, and they came to the show, and it was a very long, really well thought out message of just saying thank you, and it was in a time where I felt like I wasn't impacting people, like I wasn't serving a purpose, and you get messages like this, and it truly flipped, again, another switch of reminding me that even if I don't think that I'm impacting anybody, there's always probably one person that's watching a story or listening to an Instagram post or coming to a show and they come to laugh. And very similarly with me, you don't know what your audience is going through. And for someone to say, I chose to come to your show because I overdoing that was mind-blowing to me. It was a huge compliment in the worst situation. But you just don't know what you're doing for people. You don't know what your voice or your impact actually has on people, and then you hear it and you're like, wow, I'm actually doing something.
Yeah. Is there anything that you let go of this year?
I let go of a lot of relationships that mattered to me because I felt and I feel like it wasn't meant to be it wasn't meant to be a friendship or a co-workership. I really put up a lot of boundaries with my community, with my relationships, with my friendships, and respectful boundaries. I let go of a lot of self-hate. I didn't take as many risks, but I really alleviated a lot of fear in certain situations than I ever have, and I want to leave that behind. I said it so many times this year. I was like, or in 2022, I was like, what age do you get to a point where you genuinely don't give a fuck? When do you get to the age where you're not worried about singing karaoke because you don't sound good, or you're not worried about asking a question because you might get a no, or taking a trip, or making a bold choice? When do you get to a point of truly just throwing all that away and saying, well, I really don't care, this is what I want to do, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, alleviating fear, anxiety of fear, let down. I want to leave more of that behind.
What are you most thankful for in 2022?
What am I most grateful for in 2022? My independence and self-love. I worked my ass up, and I am so grateful for my mental health, even on bad days, my physical health. I'm thankful to be working, booked and blessed and busy in this industry. I'm thankful for the support and grateful for the support of people that believe in me, that support me. I'm thankful for the friendships that I have that have proven that they're outside of the work environment friendships. I'm thankful for my stability, both mentally and financially, like the hard work that I've put in to get to this place. I'm thankful to wake up every day doing what I love and making some kind of change. I'm genuinely grateful for it.
What advice would you give your last year self?
Well, what would I give my last year self? To be more spontaneous, take more risks, and to not be so serious.
Is there anything that you learned about, like anything new that you learned about yourself?
Oh my God, I learned that I'm a lot more fun to be around than I give myself credit for. I learned that I'm able to create a style and aesthetic outside of drag that makes me happy. I learned that I'm a strong, resilient, and motivated individual. I learned that I can make time to go do fun things if I actually want to go do them. I learned that, everybody may not care for you the way that you care for them, but it shouldn't restrict you from caring about them if that's the choice you make. I learned that if you put out your mistakes or the things that you're embarrassed about into the world, people can't use it against you, and it's actually super empowering to be like, yeah, I know, like I put that out there, like yeah, I'm a dumb bitch, I'm stupid, or whatever. Like I learned the idea of saying no. I learned the idea that drag is not. This year I learned more than ever. Drag is not my one trick. Like my value of who I am is not based off the fact that I'm a drag entertainer, and that my drag entertainer-ness is a reflection of my ability to network, event plan, to create a career outside of just being in bars. And I did that. And yeah.
What was the best decision you took this year?
A superficial thing. The best decision that I could have had is to get my eyebrows done. Although I did that technically the year before, but I enhanced it for this year to shave my face entirely and draw an eyebrow, like to tattoo eyebrows on. That was a great, aesthetically superficial, great decision. Sounds more dark. The best decision I made was not ending my life this year. That's really sad to say, but that was probably the best mental choice. It's really sad to say, but it's true. The best decision to choose not the demons in my head, but the happiness in my life. That was a huge decision. Okay, so I'm going to scroll through just January to December. I'm not going to stop very much, but things that highlighted to me. So I can tell you right now, I took a lot of nudes in 2022. There is so much pornographic content of my body, from the worst of my psoriasis to the end, because I started working out like for the second year, and I wanted progress photos, so I took as many nudes. What does Moira say in Schitt's Creek? Take pictures of your naked self when you're younger.
Take 1,000 naked pictures of yourself now.
I chipped my tooth. These funny videos, and yeah,
Is that why you haven't done?
No, I wanted my teeth done anyway, and I was working with a company, but I had temporaries in, and I chipped this tooth twice, and I look like an English bulldog. Love this video of getting a fireball shot spit into my mouth. That's a great way to start off 2022. Oh, I missed my sweet baby Floof, my cat. I only got to see her a couple times this year. She's my sweet baby. Ooh, paper fashion show. That was a lot of fun. We get to do that again at the Fillmore. Dula Peep. Ooh, drunk Dula Peep nudes. That's fun. I went to Hawaii and spent money to get a fancy ass convertible Charger, Corvette, whatever bullshit, and went over 100 miles an hour in Hawaii on the island and just drove like a psycho. That was really cool. Photos at the Marijuana Mansion. That was a really fun time. Hosting Boulder Pride again. That was a huge highlight. Got to see Moulin Rouge at the Buell. That was one of the most amazing shows. Got to see Drag Race or Take Over the World, whatever that one, Drag World races. Pride. That was a good time at Pride. Crazy fucking time at Pride. Oh my God, Mother's Day. I know it's past, but that was the first time me and both of my kids all performed together. That was a really fun time. And it was my birthday. Oh my God, I played on 2 volleyball teams. And our one team, we won the tournament. We won the whole fucking thing. And then the second one, we didn't win, but we had so much fun doing it. Some videos of me doing gymnastics. Up until they shut off volunteering, I was going on like 2.5 years straight of volunteering with Feeding Never's Hungry every month. That was really cool. Like building that family and like that separation was really cool. Did a lot of weddings this year. A lot of weddings, a lot of cute fits and fashions from Zach, not Jessica. Oh, this was a highlight. How did I not talk about this? Taco Bell followed me on Instagram. And not only that, they sent me, and I still haven't put these videos out. This is what I'm talking about. This is my problem. All of these unboxing videos of my Taco Bell care package, and they sent me $100, and they sent me a sweater, and all this cool shit that I should have tagged months ago. Taco Bell sent me a care package, and they followed me. Highlight of the year. Lady Gaga is on here. That was a really fun drunk adventure. More nudes, more nudes, more nudes. Ow! I walked in Latin Fashion Week. I felt so sexy. I had not done bare-legged Jessica, shaved, naired, smooth as butter, tuck that little dick back till you fuck it up. I looked sickening. Me being a hoe at Carly Rae. Did an event for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That was a really cool event. Cold, but really cool event to see so many people. Oh, Maris the Great and the Faggots of Death. I got to host their concert night for the second time in a year. I had to impersonate Dolly Parton. Did a grilled cheese festival as Dolly Parton. That was really cool. Holiday party here was amazing. New Year's was really great. Made all my superstitious foods into the new year again, like I like to do. And that's so weird. Just think that that's the year. I just went through a quick scroll. So much happened this year. When you look at it, so much happened. And maybe one day you all will get to see it. It's weird to think that the year is already over and we're starting a new year, but you are the only person that can make the choice, the active choice, to change what you'd like to change. Keep things the same if you'd like to as well. Keep improving what made you happy, what didn't make you happy. But ultimately know that I feel like the longer you wait to make choices to change your life or to change your routines and what you're doing, the harder it becomes to do those things. And what are you waiting for? What are you wasting time this year? I have so many goals, so many milestones, so many aspirations, but ultimately I want to smile and laugh more this year. That is the bottom line. That was the first Jess Talk of this year, which is actually the last that I'm filming of the series. I hope that you enjoy it, and welcome to 2023.